At first, I tried to handle this on my own. I mean, how difficult could it be to place a home insurance claim on my own? I underestimated what it would take. And when it was all said and done, I got a lot less than what I should have gotten, only because I didn't know what I was doing, and I trusted that my insurance company would take care of me. It didn't happen. I needed a good public adjuster. That's when I came across Mike Martinez.
My name is Mike Martinez, and if you're looking at this, you may be wondering whether you need to use a public adjuster or not. And ultimately, of course, the decision is going to be yours, but let me add some information there so that maybe you can make a better educated decision on whether or not using a public adjuster makes sense for you. First of all, here's 3 top reasons why you want to seriously consider using a public adjuster. First of all, you want to maximize what you get back on your claim. Is that not a fact? You want to make sure that you're getting the most back from your efforts and from your claim, and the way to do that is by using a public adjuster. Now, this is, you're hearing that from a public adjuster, and you may be questioning, well, is that really accurate? Of course he wants my business. Yes, I do want your business, but the bottom line is that this has been reviewed by independent studies. Actually, in one particular independent study that was sanctioned by the U.S. government after Hurricane Katrina stated that what you're going to get back from using a public adjuster as opposed to doing it yourself is considerably greater than what you would get on your own. Right, so that's just one study that showed, a huge difference that you would not get if you were going on this alone. The bottom line is, there's a lot going on in a claim, and the way the claim is written out is your burden of proof to prove the damages, and if you don't prove the damages, the insurance companies don't have to pay you, right? So there's a lot of little intricate damages that come up to be a lot of money, but if you do not bring them to the surface and you do not prove that those are damages that can be included in your claim, you're not going to get paid for them. That's just the way it works. The insurance companies write the policies, and they write the policies to favor them. And if you do not know how to interpret that information, if you looked at your policy right now, I'm sure you'd have a difficult time, because there's a lot of legal jargon that's going on there, right? That you just don't know what it means. You're not part of that industry. You don't, unless you're a lawyer or in the insurance industry, you don't know what all that stuff is, right? So that's why you want to use a public adjuster, so that we can interpret that information and so that we can get you the most possible return on your claim there. Reason number 2 is, we don't get paid until you get paid. There's no out-of-pocket cost. We get paid like lawyers, and what happens is, if you have a claim and we move forward and we represent you, then from what you recover, we take a portion of our fee from there. But if you don't recover anything, you don't have to pay. And this is very important, simply because if you don't have a claim, it's best that you don't go through the process of following through with your insurance company with that, because whether you get paid or not, that's going to go in your record as a claim. So when you call your insurance company up and you say, my name is Mike Martinez from XYZ address, and here's my policy number, they're going to punch that in their computer, and automatically automatically you create or there is a claim number created, whether you get paid for that or not. So what you want to do is, not only because of the fact that there's no out-of-pocket cost for you, but also the fact that we will analyze whether it makes sense, right? If you have a $2,000 deductible and your damages are only let's say $1,000, it does not make sense for you to go through that process, because you're going to generate a claim number and you're not going to get paid, but that is going to go on your record as a claim. So that's something that you want to be cognizant of. And again, the real reason is, we get paid only if we help you recover money. If we do not help you recover money, or like the example I just gave you, that the deductible is higher than what you're going to recover, it doesn't make sense, right? So you want to make sure that you have all those things figured out, and you don't have to figure them out. We will figure them out. And we go through this process and this service of analyzing your claim, and if we see that you're not going to get paid, you don't owe us anything. There's no out of pocket cost for you. Reason number 3, and this is a very, very important reason, is that we handle everything. There's a lot going on in the claims process, like I mentioned before, and the bottom line is, do you know how to handle all those things? Do you know how to gather all the estimates that you need to gather? Do you know how to meet with all the contractors if you need to meet with them? Do you know how to go through that process? Do you want to go through that process, right? Do you know how to detail the damages that are involved? All these little things, right, mean something very important in the claims process. And if you do not know how to handle those, if you do not know how to put them in the right structure, in the right format, you will not get paid for that. Okay, again, it is your burden of proof to prove the damages, to prove what needs to be repaired, to prove the materials that need to be brought back to pre-damage condition. All those things, a lot of moving parts there, right? And if you do not know what's going on, you just won't get paid what you're supposed to get paid. So 3 solid reasons why you want to consider, and again, no out-of-pocket costs to you, for you to pick up the phone and say, hey Mike, I got this damage, maybe you can see if it makes sense for us to move forward. And again, ultimately, the decision is yours, whether you want to move forward or not, right? So what I'm going to tell you is, if you are considering a claim, pick up the phone, give me a call. My number is on the screen. If you have had a claim over the last 12 months and you feel like you were not treated fairly, we reopen claims up to 12 months, and we can investigate whether the insurance company did do right by you and did cover all the things that they needed to cover. Again, if you're not pointing things out, if you're not proving, it's not even a matter of pointing things. If you're not proving things, chances are you're not going to get paid. So again, Mike Martinez, I encourage you, pick up the phone, give me a call, no cost to you. These are just 3 reasons I'm giving you right now, right off the top of my head. But the bottom line is that there are tons of reasons why you should be using a public adjuster, and I am here to help. I'm on your side. Mike Martinez, give me a call.
Thank you for watching our video. Please take a moment to share with your friends and network. We'll see you next time.